Howdy folks. Today I'm in Florida and I am at the Everglades Safari Park. I'm getting ready to take an airboat tour. Here we go, sitting on the airboat, ready to go. And there's where the captain sits. And we're off.
Everybody out. No, you guys can all stand up, take pictures if you like. Take advantage of this beautiful scenery out here, guys. Get some photos. In the meantime, if anyone has any questions, anything that you guys are curious about, feel free to ask, okay? Is this everybody's first time on an airboat through the Everglades?
Yep.
How do you guys like the boat ride?
It's fun.
It's almost like drifting in a high horsepower automobile. This thing's really good.
Both of them.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go warp speed. The folks, you know, the main reason why we use these type of boats here in the Everglades is airboats, as opposed to like a regular boat.
come here, this is a happy place. Bearing area and gator crossing. According to them, this is some of the wildlife that you could possibly meet out here. We've got a really nice boardwalk to enjoy the nature out here. That is an African crocodile. African slender-nosed crocodile, according to that. And there's a alligator, American alligator. Or as my daughter called it, an alligator. There's another African slender-nosed crocodile. So to give you a little bit of an update on my hat, as you can see, I got a new one, like I mentioned. One of my viewers recognized me, and they wanted my hat, my old hat. And so I said, I got it. The white hat is my trademark. And so they went and bought me a new hat, and I gave them my old hat. So that's the story on that. Couple fishies.
With phones and all that stuff. Technology is not my friend.
Here I am with a baby alligator. Check that out. Look at him go. He's waving at you. And what was your name?
Johnny.
Johnny. Nice to meet you, Johnny.
Hello.
They call me the Big Chief.
All right, I'm here with the Big Chief and Snappy. We're having a good time.
There you go. There's a big bird. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a big bird just sitting there. I think it's an osprey. Now, one thing I just learned from Johnny was that the National Park took this place over in 2017, so it's part of the National Park. If I'd have known that, I'd have used my veterans card. Here's one of the alligators for the show. Here's another one. And there's another one. Just kind of hanging out. I noticed that bird is walking around, but he's keeping a good distance from that alligator. I'm just waiting for the alligator show to start. I was about 20 minutes early, so I'm just sitting here enjoying it, sitting in the shade.
80 teeth, 40 on the top and 40 on the bottom. And they're able to go through about 3,000 teeth in a lifetime. They knock them out, grows right back, okay? Now inside of their jaws, they do have a lot of sensors. At the moment that something touches one of those sensors, the mouth closes right away. It doesn't matter if it's food or not, that mouth must close. Let me see if my friend here is in the mood to demonstrate this. Do not try this at home. And that's why I'm going to use my hand for that trick. Now, that little pop that you heard right there, that was a very small sample of the 2,000 pounds of closing pressure that they all have. And with that kind of power, they are able to break through the shell of a turtle. Their main diet out here is fish, birds, and turtles. Luckily, we are not part of the menu. You see, alligators are born with a natural fear of us. They want nothing to do with us. But with that said, there have been accidents in the past between alligators and people. But if you research those accidents, you're going to find out that the alligator has always been provoked. And what I mean by provoked is that at one point or another, somebody fed a wild alligator. Once you feed a wild alligator, that is it. That alligator is not afraid of anybody anymore. And that's how those accidents happen. Now, my buddies here, okay, I do feed them. And the reason that I can get away with feeding them is because they were all born into captivity. All their lives, they've been fed by somebody. That's how we take care of them. But it's because we feed them that they are not afraid of me, but they are not afraid of anybody. If I were to put any one of these alligators out there in the wild, the very first person they see, they would most definitely approach that person. Now, I want to make it known that, or make it clear, shall we say, that just because he's approaching someone does not necessarily mean that he's going to approach to attack. After all, he's not afraid of me. He approaches me all the time, but he's never trying to attack me. So why does he approach me? Because of what I got in here. I'm like the ice cream man around here. Okay? So this interaction is what he's used to as far as food goes. So because of that, he thinks that we all have buckets of snacks just for him. And that's why he would approach somebody out there. But don't get me wrong. A situation like that, there's always a chance that there could be an accident. And the fact that there's a chance at all is why they put the law that pretty much says that alligators that are born into captivity must remain in captivity. That way, there's no accidents and there's no further damage to their reputation. Their reputation is very, very important. So much, that's why we even do this show. So that everyone that comes to visit us can see for themselves that these animals are not the monsters that they make them out to be on television. I mean, for God's sakes, look at that smile. Let me go over to Greedy, get some attention. This is Greedy. Greedy is 50 years old. 5-0. Just give me 1 second.
Take it, if I'm still doing the show, I might need somebody to catch that boat for me.
Let's go to this big guy here. We've been working together for 20 years. Greedy! Greedy! Wake up. Look at that gorgeous smile. Now, a big question I get out here is what is the difference between the alligator and the crocodile? Okay, these are all alligators here. If you look at any one of these guys, you can see that they all have a roundish snout, okay? So, alligators have a round snout, and crocodiles have a pointy V-shaped snout. The American alligator and the American crocodile, they tend to be the same size. But in other parts of the world, the crocodile is definitely much bigger and much more aggressive. Now, I'd like for you guys to look at his eyes. You'll notice that his eyes stick out quite a bit. They all have the same eyes. I'm just using him as the example. So when an alligator gets into a fight with another alligator, it's a very, very violent fight, and it's very easy for them to lose those eyes in those violent fights. But that's why they have the ability to bring those eyes inside of their head if the other alligator attacks too close to the eyes. That way, they don't lose their eyes in the fight. Let me show you what that looks like. Check it out. See? It's disgusting, I know. But that's what they do in the fight, so they don't lose their eyes in the fight. Or shall I say, let me make that more clear. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm saying that they fight with their eyes closed. They only close their eyes like that when they feel a bite around the neck or the head. Okay? And last but not least, the most important part of the alligator's body are all these bumps right here. Those are called osteoderms. And the reason that the osteoderms are so important for them is that's the part of their body that acts like a solar panel. A lot of times you see these animals just laying around under the sun. And what they're doing is generating body heat. They need to reach a body heat of 65 degrees or higher in order to digest their food. So if they eat something and they do not reach 65 degrees or higher, the food will stay in their belly, it will rot, and it can make them very, very sick. And that's why that part of their body is so important for them. Well, guys, with that said, this is the part where you get an opportunity to take a picture with an alligator. And don't worry, it's not going to be one of these. It's going to be a little guy. His name is Snappy. And the kind of pose that we do is called face-off. And in face-off, I bring Snappy this close to your face. You take a picture from the side, and voila, you got a face-off picture. And we do ask for $5 a person for anybody that wants to take that picture with Snappy. Okay, those $5, they go towards the caretaking of all the alligators that we have here in the park. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get Snappy, and I'm gonna stand right at that exit. If you wanna take a picture with Snappy, all you gotta do is come see me. If you do not wanna take a picture, I'd still go out that way, just walk right by me, and that way you guys can see the rest of the park. We got more alligators and crocodiles for you guys to see in the back, okay? So just give me 1 second. All right, I noticed a lot of people just walked in. You guys give it